At our bee club meeting, someone mentioned that a really convenient way to handle and work with beeswax was to put it into these mini molds made for brownies. So I went out and got a mold. It's a silicone mold. It's good for 500 degrees, so the hot wax is not going to hurt it. I've always had this double boiler, but what it really is, it's just a deep fat fryer I bought from the Goodwill store for $10. I put water in it and then just stick another pan in there. I use that to melt my wax. I don't boil the water in there, I just bring it hot enough to melt the wax. So once the beeswax is melted, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this whole thing on the ground. Pull up my pan of beeswax. My mold's ready. Now I like to use these just disposable paper cup to pour out the liquid wax, and then any that dries up inside this cup I just use it as fire starter. So let's see what we can do here. And I don't really care if I dribble some on my saw here, because I just wipe it off and it ends up helping the wood slide across my saw anyway. And I believe these will end up being about ½ ounce blocks. Any wax that goes across the ribs, or oops, like that, I can just cut off, scrape off. But if you've ever had a big block of beeswax and needed a small piece, you know how hard it is to carve that off. It's not like carving butter, that's for sure. Okay, all the wax is remelted, so I'm just going to pour it in here. I'm going to find one that was low. It's not enough to make a full one. Okay, that'll work. What I do while the pan is still hot is get one of these blue shop towels and try and wipe as much of the wax out of here as I can, and that way it's clean for the next time I need to use it. Again, I'll save the shop towel and use it as a fire starter. So it's pretty clean. There's a little bit on the sides. That's the way I like to keep it. So this will go by the wood burning stove, just like that. It started to rain a little bit, so you might hear that in the background. Once these things dry, they just pop right out. And you get your little cube of beeswax, and you can weigh them easy and be able to add them to whatever recipes you're making. This is really light colored beeswax because it's just cappings. No comb or anything. I was very careful when I decapped it to separate that wax off.